Oh, hello. Hello there, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're all having a good day. Welcome to Chatting with Doug and not a
Dang!
accidental secret members only stream that I
Yeah, sorry
accidentally
about
made
that.
public for 7 minutes yesterday.
It's gonna be even more confusing because I think I was wearing this exact same shirt,
Were you
and
really?
I don't usually, but I was just telling Heather before something weird happened last night where I just didn't sleep. It was really weird, and that is something that can happen with chronic fatigue. It can do the opposite. It can keep you awake. So I was telling her I feel fine. It should be fine. If just anything, no, but if that happens, you'll know why. It's always whenever I say that, it always turns out okay. It's always when I'm planning for things to go fine that things don't go right. So anyway, yeah, that's why I'm wearing the same shirt. That's a long-winded way of saying that. Me long-winded? That's weird.
Yeah. But yes, welcome to Chatting with Doug, where you get to ask this guy right over here the questions that you want the answer to. I'm going to go over the rules so that we can get to these questions. I see we already have a level 5 hype train over on Twitch, and the questions are coming on in over on YouTube. So let's get to the rules here. First and foremost, we give priority to the bit messages and super chats, since that is some real world money spent. Towards the end of stream, sometimes we have time for highlighted questions over on Twitch or regular chat questions over on YouTube, but please save them for the end, because if you're going to repeat yourself over and over again in chat, you can get timed out or even banned if you're going to continuously do it. On the YouTube side of things, we prioritize super chats that are $5 and over. We have a large volume of questions that comes in, and this is just a way for us to be able to prioritize and get to those non-paid questions, because I promise you that we are trying to get to those. If we have time at the end of stream, I'll go back and read some of the under $5 ones, but for now we're prioritizing $5 and over on YouTube. Please watch the length of your messages. The longer it is, the faster I have to read it, the more likely it is that we're going to miss something and we don't have time to go back and figure out what you were trying to say. Along those same lines, if you absolutely must break up your message into multiple parts, please keep it to 3. Absolute max. We find that's kind of the sweet spot before we start getting confused about how, part 5 even related to part 1 and what's happening right now. So 3 seems to be the sweet spot here. Also, please keep it to 1 question per bit message or super chat. We have over 100 people in our combined chats here between YouTube and Twitch, and it's just not fair if you've gotten to ask 5 in 1, and some people haven't even gotten to ask 1. Also, that's an easy way for one of your questions to get skipped over, and again, we don't have time to go back and answer every single one of those. Doug, no swearing.
That's right.
Please, no spoilers. There's a lot of content that just keeps coming out,
Yeah,
and we
there is, man.
don't
I
have
can't keep
time
up.
to see it all. So
Can't keep
just,
up.
yeah, don't spoil things, okay? Just don't be a spoiler. I feel like I've missed something, but also feel like I have not.
Think we got it. Think we got it.
I think we have. All
Yeah.
right, great. Fantastic.
I was
Let's get to it
frozen
then.
today.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Which one of M. Night's movies would you like to see in a Kingdom Hearts game?
uh, hmm.
I know, right? Oddly specific.
Yeah. I know it's gonna sound obvious, but I guess Sixth Sense. Because you can see all the different ghosts. You can you can do an escort mission, like escorting the little boy, and he sees the ghost. They're over there. They're over there. They're over there. You have to fight what you can't see. So yeah, maybe that makes sense.
Matt Norton, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen The Sheep Detectives? And if so, what'd you think?
Not yet. I've heard really good things about it. I'll probably stream it when it comes to stream, but yeah, I'm somebody I already thought the trailer looked cute, but I guess people are really, really liking it. You're one of I don't even know 20 asking me if I've seen it, so I'll try my best to get around to it.
AOTV Productions, thank you for the $5 super chat. R.I.P. DeVay Chase. Can't believe she's gone.
Yeah, what a
Genuinely.
surprise! Yeah, that was really, really shocking. I didn't know she had any kind of sickness or illness or anything like that. So yeah, no, I was very, very sad to hear that. A very good actress. I mean, most of the stuff I've seen, was childhood and whether it was on screen or voice work. I mean, again, so much great voice work. She was always fantastic, and yeah, everything she did just felt so genuine. She was one of the few kid actors and kid voice actors that when she acted, it really felt like you were listening to a kid. It wasn't like a kid performing kind of thing, which even that's kind of okay in voice acting. But like, I do think of like Zen and Lilo and stuff like that. I mean, just the way she would get that very vulnerable, very whiny, but not annoying side to a performance where you really do feel like the history of this kid and the sadness and what this kid is going through, but you feel that fun energy too and all that. I mean, she captured all of that just through the voice acting, and yeah, no, it's a real loss.
At movies, thank you for the 500 bits. Rest in paradise, DeVay Chase. What are some of you and your wife's favorite Lilo moments?
um let's see. I love the bit where after they're yelling at each other and they're trying to get along, and she has the whole bit about like, you like me better than a rabbit, right? Oh, that's such a great bit. I love right after that too, where she's trying to push the sister out. She's acting like gravity is getting so heavy. She just goes, "Why do you have to act so weird?" And again, that was just so like a real kid. It like the line's okay, but the way she delivered it, like like she's not the weird one. I mean, she just said so without any irony. That just made it so much funnier. And yeah, my wife always gets teary eyed at the Aloha Oi scene. Yeah, no, those are no, so many good moments.
Kevin Lane, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. Welcome back. Appreciate that for
Thank
26
you.
months. What if Uncaged Fury, the in world movie featured in Mortal Kombat 2, were made into an actual movie? Someone please contact Walter or Rob.
I feel like they did something like that, like straight to streaming or video or something with some sort of animated Johnny Cage movie. I thought I could be wrong, but I thought I remember seeing ads for something like that.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. One nice thing about the new Kingdom Hearts collection is that if you already own the cloud version, they give you a discount, which is nice.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
Headshot, thank you for the $5 super chat. Chaplain, who are you calling an idiot cat, you dirty mouse lover? I can smell their ink off you.
It's so funny because we were talking to um, people doing the sponsorship there, and the client, and I said I can cut to images of the law firm, and stuff like that. They have like a YouTube channel, and they're like, nah, because the footage, we don't know, like copyright wise, it's probably fine, but we're not sure. Blah blah blah. Just keep it to the cat, and it's one of those where we had to show it to them first, and I'm just like, they're not gonna like you're only looking at my cat the whole time. They're just like, this is great, so I'm glad that worked.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the trailer for the new Disney film Hexed?
Yeah, I thought it looked good. Both that and Gato, I thought both look fun. They both refreshingly look like a return to form. And when I say return to form, I mean like I don't know, like 10-ish years old is something like that. Like Hex kind of looks like a new Frozen, and Gato kind of looks like a new like maybe Luca or something like that. And I'm glad they're both original too. You can tell what they're inspired by. Hex certainly has like a Harry Potter vibe to it, and Gato is definitely like that kind of Pixar style. But yeah, they both look good. I'm looking forward to both of them.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you for reviewing one of my favorite Disney movies today. Speaking of Disney, RIP DeVay Chase.
Yeah, no, we talked about that earlier. Very, it's a real bummer to hear that.
AOTV Productions, thank you for the $5 super chat. Saw your Disney-cember review of Camp Rock. One question, how did you not know who Demi Lovato is?
I brought this up before. I think I watch movies the same way most people listen to songs and pop music and current music and music from the 80s, 90s and everything. Like I enjoy all that. I'm not an expert on it. I couldn't tell you what went to the making of an album or anything like that, but I could with a movie where most people are switched. So I think especially around that time, I just did not have much time to listen to much pop music, and yeah, even today I don't have a ton of time. I'll know like the big obvious ones, like Taylor Swift or something. But yeah, it's one of those things where I completely missed it. It reminds me a little bit when I think James Rolfe talked about Breaking Bad, and he says, I'm going to talk about this actor you might not know. His name is Bryan Cranston. Of course, he's like this really, really big star now. But at the time, he just didn't know that, and I think I was like probably going through the same thing. With her, because I did think she was kind of charming in that first, but even though the movie's terrible, like I thought she was like really, really charming, and then seeing in the second one, you could just tell something happened. The machine or the studio life in the machine, the studio. I don't know. Something like took her over because she just had such a cute charm in that first one. And then she was just kind of going through everything, like just, zombie eyes and everything. Yeah, Camp Rock 2. We're having a great time here. Like it was just so zombified. I don't blame her. Like she's a kid. I'm sure she's giving what the studio wants. But yeah, it was very, very bizarre.
Alex the Animator, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, because I know you're familiar with Steven Spielberg's 80s show Amazing Stories, have you seen its animated episode Family Dog, which was written and directed by the legendary Brad Bird of Iron Giant and Pixar fame? If you have, please tell us your thoughts.
Yeah, not only have I seen that, I've seen several episodes of the show too. It was actually kind of a pilot they were doing. I liked it. It's for that show, and I guess this was kind of the idea. It's very random, like kind of any story could be an amazing story kind of thing. But no, I really liked it, and you could also tell Tim Burton liked it, the character designs, because they certainly have that very weird, stretchy, huge eyes, small nose, and mouths and stuff like that. Unless the character has to smile, in which case they always look really crazy. So yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Didn't know exactly where it was going to go. It's not like amazing, but it just has like a good atmosphere and strange sense of humor to it. So yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Truth, Hope, Love, thank you for the $5 super chat. Heard Cuphead's getting a sequel. Would be cool if the mouse PI was a secret boss.
It didn't already have a sequel?
No, it didn't.
Wow, I'm really surprised by that. That was such a big hit. I've seen so many other things from it. It got a Netflix show before it got a sequel. That's
Yep.
strange. Um, cool. I've tried to play it a couple times, and I love that is one of those games where it's like I will totally watch somebody play it any day. Whenever I try to play it, brother, I can't get far. It's very, very difficult. I mean, it's famously difficult, isn't it? But it is fun. It's still a good time. But yeah, I do wish maybe it was a little lighter on the difficulty.
Maggie Alexis, thank you for the $5 super chat. I believe Aurora's third gift was supposed to be personality. I guess that explains why she doesn't have any.
That's good. It's funny. I just read a comment that like somebody in a commentary or something was saying it was going to be happiness, and which I thought was kind of funny. I guess we just assume she's miserable then, but yeah, that does almost tie into personality, doesn't it? Just like we were going to give her, actual lines. How about just lines? She barely has any lines in the movie.
Headshot, thank you for the $5 super chat. And Sleeping Beauty, when the raven got turned to stone, for some reason as a kid, that really scared me. Even used to haunt my nightmares.
I it's funny. Things that can't exist scared me when I was a kid. And that's one of them. Whenever a character got turned to stone, I was always like, what happens to the mind? Where does the soul go? Can they feel it? Are they alive and they can hear everything? Or are they asleep? And do they dream? Like all these questions when they have for something that can't exist. But yeah, I just always remember being very freaked out by that too. So yeah, even though it's something it's made, same thing like whenever a character is like turned into a robot, or I guess for some reason zombies don't bother me that much, but like when a character is like roboticized, like in Sonic or something like that, I was always like, oh, where does the mind go? Where do your choices go? Where do like that? It always kind of freaked me out. So yeah, bizarrely, you're not alone on that.
Cinefun Studios, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. Welcome, appreciate that.
Thank
Hey
you.
Doug, have you seen the first look at Scooby in the upcoming live action Netflix series? Barely looks like Scooby, TBH.
Uh, yeah, I think I just saw the picture, which it just looks like a dog, just looks like a puppy. So, I mean, okay, mission accomplished, I guess. It looks like a dog. I mean, I can't always say that for some of the CG ones, but yeah, I don't know. There's so many versions. I can't really get angry unless they do something just so amazingly bad, like Velma or something like that. But yeah, it's I had no extreme thoughts on it. But you're not the first to ask me about it, so I'm assuming the community has a lot of words for it.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the 1988 films Gorillas in the Mist with Sigourney Weaver or The Last Temptation of Christ by Martin Scorsese?
Yeah, weird. Uh, duo of movies to put together. But I haven't seen Gorillas in the Mist. I've heard it's good. I should. I bet that's an interesting story. I have seen Last Temptation of Christ. I like what it's trying to do. I think it's very clunky and awkward at doing it. But that's also a little bit of its charm that it's such a unique take on it. And there is some imagery that still, holds up and everything. But yeah, I like the idea. I don't think it worked out, particularly well. I don't think it really. I don't know how many people still talk about it. Like, well, let's talk about the ideas it brought up. No, if they talk about, they're talking about the controversy of when it came out and people protesting it, which again sort of shows you gotta be careful when you protest that because you can get something more attention. But yeah, I don't remember hating it. But I don't remember getting particularly into it. But I do admire it trying something a little different.
AOTV, thank you for the $5 super chat. What did you think of the Bugs Bunny trailer for Coyote versus Acme parodying Avengers Doomsday?
Oh, I thought it was funny. And again, the idea that Acme, because I was wondering how can you really do a movie on this, and the idea of having Acme be like this secret organization, like they have eyes and ears everywhere and stuff, like that's pretty smart. I think that's a really fun idea. Um, and some of the Looney Tunes are in on it. I think you can really do some fun stuff with that.
Deb the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen Silent Hill 2006? And if so, what are your thoughts?
No, I haven't even played the game. I've heard the movie's not very good. But again, I never looked at it because I never really looked at the game. So yeah.
Elite Gamer, thank you for that 45-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Hello, Heather in chat. And oh, hey, it's Doug. We got some beef. Douglas, how dare you make fun of adorable Chaplin? You'll be hearing from his lawyers. Okay, now with that said, holy heck, that Spider-Man trailer. I've loved Spider-Man since I was a wee little lad, and that trailer has me thoroughly excited. Thanks for 45 crazy months here. Y'all are amazing people.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's funny. I thought it looked all right. It was actually probably the trailer I got the least interested in. But again, I am really. But part of that could be I don't really know too much what they're hinting at. Like, I think they're doing the symbiote thing. I think they're doing sort of this like assassin group
I was
thing.
chosen
Like I said, the thing
today.
I'm the most excited about with it is that I'm actually not super hyped for all that. I'm more hyped just to see this character live his life as Spider-Man. It's the first Spider-Man movie where I think I've actually been excited for that, and I haven't really even thought about who the villain is. Like I think I saw Scorpion in there, but I think that's really something where I'm just like, oh, okay, well, cool. There's the villain, but what's he gonna do in his like everyday life? What's the new strange thing that's gonna happen? I so like this version of Peter Parker. I can just watch a movie of him just literally being Spider-Man, and that's it. I don't even need to make twists and turns. I can just watch him because he's so likable.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. NC on speed, favorite scene?
Uh, favorite scene. Let me think. Oh, I like what Dennis Hopper said. Oh, you're not shooting the hostages now, are you? I thought that was pretty funny. Um, yeah, maybe. I don't think I have that down. That'd be kind of a fun one to do.
Ice Luigi Star, thank you for the $7 super chat. In the new trailer for Shrek 5, what do you think of the cameo of Olaf where he quotes the line, "Do you want to date a snowman?"
Cute. I kind of thought there's a funnier line you could have done there. You know what? Maybe there is a funnier line, but you have to see the movie. Maybe it's one of those they can always show something else in the trailer. So we'll see. Um, yeah, but it didn't get a laugh out of me, surprisingly. Not that I thought it looked awful or anything, but I'm just like, it is a little weird. I didn't get like one giggle out of the whole thing, so it is a little concerning. But it is a teaser. We haven't seen that much about it yet, so we will see.
Noah Pope Joy, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm curious if you're familiar with the upcoming live action Legend of Zelda movie and what your thoughts are on it and the images released.
I mean, they look right. Honestly, I really share Heather's thoughts, which is Zelda, even though it's going through a bunch of different games and styles and stuff like that, it does have kind of a unique voice to it. If you look at it separate from other fantasies, you can tell it's Zelda.
Hmm.
And she was saying she had a concern it was going to be Lord of the Rings just with Zelda.
Yeah.
And I agree with her. I don't think that's a good idea. I think you do need the campiness. You do need the silliness. That's part of its identity. That doesn't mean don't veer into the serious stuff as well. There's a lot of serious stuff. But part of the fun is that it did have kind of that anime silly style and it can be goofy. And that's part of what's enjoyable about it. So I'm hoping they keep that attached. I don't know if they are, just knowing our audience. In terms of what getting a new audience on board and stuff like that, I don't think they would. Or if they keep the goofiness, it wouldn't be like the Zelda goofiness, you know what I mean? But I could be wrong. So, we've only seen a few images. So we will see.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen Glory 1989? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like it. I don't love it, but there's things in it I really love. I love the music. I mean, that last track's been used in God knows how many trailers and games and stuff like that. It's one of the few films I can stomach. Matthew Broderick, I think he's okay in it. A lot of good actors. Big shock. Denzel Washington is great. I mean, he's usually really good. So yeah, I don't remember it being like an amazing film or anything, but I remember being invested and wanted to know where it was going and everything. So yeah, I thought it was decent.
Trip Corey, thank you for the $5 super chat. R.I.P. DeVay Chase. Do you like Lilo or Chihiro more?
Probably Lilo. I mean, they're both great, but Lilo's allowed to be a little bit more fleshed out because we see her just in her everyday life. Though it is funny, they both have to deal with not having their parents around. That's like the big thing. But I guess a lot of kid stories are like that, aren't they? The more I think about the kid has to go on an adventure, it's easier for them to go on an adventure. If the parent is not around, there's much more danger with that and fear and everything. So yeah, I guess that makes a little bit more sense.
Larry Lester, thank you for the 500 bits. A very awkward question, hope not to jinx. Today was supposed to be a skit day. Chronic fatigue must have hit hard. Do you fear it would get so bad you may be forced to end all skits and lose Heather and Malcolm?
Uh, Unlikely. I mean, not on wood because it is still
Right.
technically getting better. It's not as bad as it was when it started out, but it does change. Like I said, I couldn't sleep last night, which is a factor sometimes. I mean, this was like the whole night, which was weird. So things about it do change up, and hopefully they don't change for the worse. I've yet to have something that like nothing's been as bad as when it started out. Nothing has, whenever I get knocked out, there are times where it can knock me out for a long amount of time, but the consistency of how often it happened early on, isn't as bad. So, let me put it this way: I'll do everything in my power to keep that going because I like doing reviews where it isn't just me sitting down talking. There's nothing wrong with that. I do it for a lot of them, but if you can add some variety in there, if you can do it in a different way, especially a way that connects to the movie, uses what the material is giving you, and you work off of that either in a way to complement it or point out what's wrong with it. I really like doing that. I like that creative side. I like sort of critiquing art with art. So yeah, you want to call it art, whatever. But critiquing something creative with creativity with something that is very similar. I think it shows
I was
there's
frozen
a legit
today.
passion and joy for what you're talking about. Even if you don't like it, there's a passion to not liking it. So yeah, I like to definitely keep that going. As of now, yes, things get delayed every once in a while, but but I still got a review I'm editing this week that has them in it and everything. So yeah, it happens.
Bakir, thank you for the $5 super chat. Have you seen the Andor cut of Rogue One? It's so much better.
The Andor cut of Rogue One. No,
I
I haven't
have
even
not.
heard of that. I wonder what that even means.
I assume
Not
it's Rogue
sure.
One with bits of Andor cut in between it.
But
Or maybe
isn't
the vice versa, bits of. Well, I don't know. Wait,
no,
yeah.
like how could it be? Because it happened before Rogue
Yeah.
One. Uh, no, so I'm curious. I might check that out.
Yeah. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. So I saw a Shrek 5 trailer. I think the animation is pretty good, but while it doesn't look awful the whole time I was watching the trailer, the whole time I was watching the trailer, I was just thinking, who asked for this?
Yeah, and nothing so far. Again, it's a teaser. Nothing feels like it's justifying it being made. Again, you could argue, well, there's just so many more jokes that could be told, but the jokes just weren't that funny. So it's a concern. But again, it is a teaser. We don't even know like what the main plot is yet. So we'll wait and see.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. In Digital Circus, Kane playing the piano is the best deep cut reference to I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. For
Hmm.
real, listen to AM's speech from the radio drama.
Yeah, because I think I saw a playthrough of that a long time ago, but I didn't connect it to Amazing Digital Circus because yeah, I just saw one playthrough. I didn't like grow up with that game or anything. So a lot of people were saying because I brought up like N64 games and stuff like that, and they were saying it actually has a little bit more of a lean towards that. You could be totally right. Um, but yeah, that is something I like. Where even if you're not super familiar with that, like I said, I watched a playthrough, but it's been a long time. Uh, there is something nice that you can still watch and enjoy it just for what it is. If you do know the references, great, but you can still watch it and have a good time.
Dev the Wiser, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen The Social Network 2010? And if so, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like it. The directing on the dialogue is maybe I don't want to say too quippy, but it might be a little too quick. It might be a little too stylized. I actually do like that writer's stuff quite a bit. Like Molly's Game is like one of my favorite movies, but the speed in which they talked, it was just almost a little too quick, a little too precise. But I know that's part of the style as well. And there are some lines that really make me laugh. I love the oh, was it? I'm strong, I'm educated, and there's two of me. That line is so funny. So yeah, I enjoyed it. It's a touch gimmicky, but I don't know. How could a Facebook movie not be?
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Do you like Spielberg animated films that he was involved with, like Land Before Time and American Tail?
Oh yeah, the Don Bluth ones, especially. It's funny. Even ones that aren't so great, like We're Back, you can tell he wants that warm, fuzzy feeling that he's not bad at. He's not bad at incorporating that into animated films, whether he's producing them or well, I was gonna say directing, but BFG wasn't that great. But that's one of the things when West Side Story came out, I was like, that was really, really good. It just makes so much sense. He would be good at that and directing musicals and everything. I guess they were saying Hook was originally supposed to be a musical, and I'm like, I could see that. I could totally see that working.
Deshaun, thank you for the $5 super chat. Nice review today, Doug. What are your thoughts on the new trailer for Spider Man Brand New Day?
Looks good. It's surprisingly the one I probably got the least into out of the trailers. But again, what I'm looking forward to most is just seeing him be Spider-Man because I think that actor is very charming. I think the way they write him in this role is very charming, and I think this stage now will be interesting. I am concerned about what they're gonna do with like the friend and Zendaya because it's like, is there a point to this? I mean, is there a point to breaking them up just to get back together? Like, is there gonna be some growth with the characters there, and I'm hoping there is because I don't want that to just be, well, we did it just to, just to kind of crap on him and that's it. Because I mean, by God, we got enough of that with Spider-Man.
King Croker, thank you for the 71-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate
Thank you.
that. Night Astorius, thank you for that 31-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And Big Mac, thank you for the 74-month subscription over on
Thank
Twitch.
you.
Welcome back. Appreciate that. DJ Lol5, thank you for the €5 super chat. I've loved Sleeping Beauty since I was a teen, and I always thought that the three good fairies were the true protagonists of the film.
Timing!
I mean, they are. I was saying that between like the fairies and Maleficent, I feel like the prince and the princess are kind of like the action figures they're playing with. No, I'm winning. No, I'm winning. Haha, I took you out. No, I took you out. It's one of those things where it is a problem. They're not very interesting, but it's clear the filmmakers just loved everything else so much. They got lost in all that, and I did too. So yeah, I kind of give it a little bit of a pass for that.
Big M, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, you should do another Spider Month reviewing the Spider-Man movies you haven't reviewed yet. How does that sound?
Maybe, yeah, I could do like the first Spider-Verse. I could do some of the Tom Holland ones. I don't, aside from the first Spider-Verse, though, I don't know how many people want to see me review, like the other Tom Holland ones. I think most people are under the impression like that they're good, they're fine. But I talked about the one, like, the big one, No Way Home. So the idea of going backwards, I don't know how many people would be into that. But I guess there's a new one coming out too. So we'll see.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Spider Noir, what do you think of Silvermane? Do you think he's a good villain?
Yeah, I'm still not that far. I'm like almost. Wait, did I finish episode 2? I think I finished episode 2, and I'm just starting episode 3. So it's really taking a while. But yeah, so far I think he's good. Like he hasn't done a ton in the show yet, but his line delivery and his mannerisms. I mean, that guy's always so great. So yeah, seems to be pretty good.
Static Sun, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, do you plan on checking out and reviewing the new He-Man?
I'll stream it and I'll probably do an NC on it. I feel like it has to have material. I mean, it's He-Man. He-Man's always going to have some material in one way or another. And the stuff I've heard about definitely sounds like I can talk about and get material out of. So yeah, I probably will.
Keely McGee, thank you for the 500 bits. Hi, Doug. In honor of Pride Month, I highly recommend that you finish watching Heated Rivalry if you haven't already. The later episodes delve a lot more into the drama and romance of their relationship. You really do end up caring for the main couple. Case in point, the top-rated fan favorite episode 5 is the one that has 0 sex scenes in it.
Yeah, the only reason it'll be tricky is because we've just started so many shows, and even like the shows that we were watching, we got to catch up with now. Like, I didn't even know Bob's Burgers like came back to finish up their season. I just looked, I'm like, oh my God, there's something like 6-7 episodes I'm missing. And we're doing that. We're doing The Studio. We're doing Widow's Bay. We're doing that Michael Jackson documentary on Netflix. Like, there's just all these things we're like addicted to watching. We're doing the shows and all these various things. And we did start and we were enjoying it quite a bit. But again, we just got a ton of our shows. We were watching Batman was another one. So you're probably right. I wouldn't mind getting back into that because we're enjoying it quite a bit. Those actors were really good. Yeah, the bit that we saw, I think we saw 2 or 3 episodes, and yeah, just the style of it. It really tried much harder than it probably needed to, which is nice to see. So yeah, it's not a show I wouldn't mind finishing up.
Gail Ramirez, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, which of these Pride couples do you think are better? Ruby and Sapphire from Steven Universe or Harley and Ivy from DC Comics?
Probably. So I'd rather watch Harley and Ivy, but Ruby and Sapphire are probably the better couple, like the healthier couple. But Harley Quinn and Ivy, they're the bad guys. They're gonna have more fun. And I do like they legit have really good chemistry. I mean, I guess the first time they team them up, they of course have really good chemistry, but I feel like the show could just ride that. Like people already know they have good chemistry, so they just need to have them together and just the basic characteristics, and that's it. But they really do work well off each other. When they finally do make them a couple, it doesn't feel like gimmicky. It feels like, no, this is like legit funny. This is fun. I like seeing them together. I like seeing the antics they get into and how they work off each other. So, yeah, so they're definitely funny or probably more entertaining, but like Ruby and Sapphire are probably like the healthier couple.
Dr. Cleaves, thank you for the 48-month subscription over on Twitch. Welcome back. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Hey guys, can't believe it's been 2 years. By the way, anyone else excited about Kingdom Hearts 4 coming out eventually?
Eventually, I'll get excited when it comes out. Eventually, I was gonna say even when we get a date, but again with games, what does that mean either? Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm excited we got a new trailer. I guess I'm aware we got a new trailer. Yeah, it's like here's some gameplay. All right, kind of looks like what the other trailer was, but sure, still looks good.
AOTV Productions, thank you for the $10 super chat. I'd recommend reading Fate Be Changed. It's a twisted tale on Brave where Merida gets sent back in time and has to bring her parents together while slowly changing into a bear.
What's it called?
Fate Be Changed.
I bet I know what kind of book this is. Well, maybe. Yeah, there was a Twisted Tale novel. Yeah, there was a hold on, let me see. Twisted Tale novels. Let's see. This is one thing. Oh, okay, maybe there's something different. I remember seeing these like books that had like it was like a close up of the Beast or a close up of Scar, and it was like a little bit more of their backstory or something like that. I thought it was that, but I guess this is another kind of thing they're doing where they're going to like I don't know, backstories or more stories of some of these Disney characters. Neat. I doubt I'll have time to read it. I've been falling behind on reading as well. I've been falling behind on so many things. Yeah, when you get, it's like I've been knocked out. So, yeah, I'll do my best, but I'd be lying if I said it was likely.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Which comedic Disney father do you like more? The Sultan from Aladdin or the Professor from Tarzan?
Uh, Probably the Sultan. I still, when he's stupid, it's so enjoyably stupid. I love when he's talking about marrying off Jasmine and he just goes, "Oh, her mother wasn't nearly as picky." I thought that's a good line.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Do you
Thank
think
you.
Spielberg should just go back to directing dinosaur films instead of alien movies?
Uh, I brought up him directing West Side Story. I'd love for him to do more musicals. I think he could knock it out of the park. I mean, there's definitely something to. He's clearly making what he wants to make, and he's very passionate about making. And it, on some level, I gotta respect that. Like, okay, you're just doing what you really want to do. I can't be like, how dare you? It's like, no, that makes sense. Um, but there is so much repeating in there, and sometimes he can bring something really fresh and new to it. Again, surprisingly like West Side Story, but with something like Disclosure Day, again, it just felt very, very old hat. Um, and remember, we can say, "Oh, we did Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park." He also did Lost World, so it's not like, "Oh, he'll come in and save it." Like, I don't know. I guess he did get the dinosaurs, in the city the fastest compared to everyone else. We've had like so many movies after that, and they're still. Well, this time you see one running past a building, and now they're back on the island. So give them a little credit for that, I guess.
DJ Lol5, thank you for the €5 super chat. I always adored Maleficent and was always my favorite Disney villain. She was definitely a role model for me growing up.
I don't know if I want to know what way, but yeah, she's one of the greats, man. I love that actress. I love just the poise and the class she has. I love just that simple motivation, but that's all you need. Everything else is just the character and the performance and the music too. Oh my god, her theme is so great from the ballet. Yeah, just so good.
Lava War Cannon, thank you for the $5 super chat. If you were forced to no longer be bald, what's the worst hairstyle you could think of having?
Probably the one I had.
Fantastic. Barry MK, thank you for the $5 super chat. Can you ever do a review of one of John Cena's first movies, 12 Rounds?
I don't even think I heard of that. It's funny. Even though I've never heard of it, I can just get an idea what it's about. I just see an image of him on the cover against like a forest or an explosion or something like that. He's like, he was an everyday, hard worker, but he was also an ex-Marine. And then the bad guys are back and they have his kid or they're threatening his job or whatever. And now he's got to get revenge. Like it feels like one of those. I have no idea. Let me look. Let me see how close I was. Was it 12 rounds?
12 Rounds, yes, correct.
Or it's a story about a cop. Let's see. It's like one of these. All right, I'm pretty close. It's him against an explosion. He's holding a gun like that and everything. So okay, all right. I wasn't that far off. I don't know anyone that's ever heard of this movie though, so I don't know. Because we got to chase the algorithm like everybody does, to some extent. So yeah, probably not. But maybe I'll try to check it out on its own.
Koopa Dude, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, have you ever had a celebrity encounter that left you disappointed or underwhelmed? That's it. That is, if you don't mind naming names.
Uh, I'm sure I have, but I'm kind of blanking on it. I wouldn't say, how do I put it? It's not really that I'm disappointed as much as surprised sometimes. Like somebody might be a little bit more laid back or maybe not as like, into talking about something, which is fine. They don't really owe me anything. Uh, but yeah, I guess in terms of like being disappointed, I mean, a lot of times it's just cool if they, interact with me at all and can carry a conversation. So yeah, I don't know. I definitely met, like celebrities that I don't want to say I didn't get along with, but I could kind of tell I wouldn't get along with. I might keep my distance a little bit, but they weren't people I was looking to interact with. So yeah, I don't know. I definitely can't think of any that were like major, like, whoa, what an a-hole, kind of thing. I've definitely seen ones where I'm like, maybe I'll keep my distance. I don't want to think that about this person, so I might just keep, a little far away.
Drolu, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, what are your thoughts on Wayne's World movies? I personally think they're some of the best comedies. Also, Australian Con in the future?
If they have me out, well, I've been having issues with planes recently and going to Australia. I'd have to see, but yeah, Wayne's World, both movies I think are a lot of fun. They're kind of in their own strange category. Like, yeah, it's a comedy, but what kind of comedy is it? Like, it's a little hard to explain, which I enjoy about it. It's both kind of big budget and small budget at the same time, and it's so of its time in many respects. But you can also kind of watch it anytime you want. It isn't distracting how of its time it is. That is really part of the charm. So yeah, no, I remember liking them quite a bit.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen any of the images for Brad Bird's upcoming animated film, Ray Gun? And if so, are you looking forward to it?
No, I haven't. Let's see.
I was
Brad
chosen
Bird,
today.
Ray Gun. Oh, is it based on like a comic? That's kind of ooh, oh, this looks cool. Oh, this looks really cool. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is like a Blade Runner film noir or something like that, but animated. I'm down. Is it Disney or who in Neo Noir? I guess I can't see who's making it, but no, that you got me excited.
Nature Shell, thank you for the $5 super chat or 500 bits. Sorry. Wow.
Thank
Hello,
you.
brain. Doug, your era of internet rivalry with James Rolfe is iconic, and you two seem to have great back and forth. Do you guys still hear from each other?
Yeah, we're actually gonna see each other at a con in Texas. And we just did a con in Arizona as well. So yeah, we still hang out, we still chat and everything. We're not like happy birthday, sweetheart, or not like that. but but it is something where it's like, like I've met the family before and everything, and I've hung out with him and his friends and everything. And yeah, I don't know, he's everything I thought he would be. He's very laid back, he's very nice, he's very chill. He just likes talking about just kind of geeky shit he likes, like, I don't know, Harryhausen and horror films and stuff like that. And I like talking about that stuff too. So yeah, we get along pretty good.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm Am I the only one who thinks Tommy Martinez from Disclosure Day kind of looks like Walter?
Let me remind myself which one was that. The main guy? Hold on. Tommy, was it Tommy
Martinez?
Martinez? A little bit. I mean, I'm sure he would love to hear that. He's a good looking dude. That wouldn't jump out at me, but after you said that, I'm like, all right, yeah, a touch.
Aussie Manny, thank you for gifting that sub to Burning Stock over on Twitch. Appreciate that.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. The guy is here. Thank you for the $7 super chat. So I remember you saying your second favorite Nostalgia Critic joke was the mud fight from Mortal Kombat. I just wanted to know if that's still the case.
I mean, I remember finding that pretty funny. I'm sure there's other ones now. I mean, like a lot of things, my opinion changes the same way I change or what mood I'm in sometimes. So yeah, if you were to even ask like what what? I bet I did a list before, like whatever top NC like favorite
Dang!
jokes or moments or something like that. I bet that was like back when I only had the 4 years to it. I could be wrong. But it's a funny bit. I still think it's pretty funny. It might still be in my top 10, if not top 10, probably top 20.
Blue Jester, thank you for the $5 super chat. Settle the debate once and for all, Doug. Did the dress look better in pink or blue?
I mean, my favorite color is blue, so I'm going to say blue.
Jay-
I get why they go, because whenever they do the lineup, I think they always have her in pink. And I get that. They have like other the princess characters like wearing blue, like Cinderella's looks kind of blue and stuff like that. So, I get it.
JL, thank you for the 5 gifted subs over on Twitch. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you. Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 500 bits. What are your thoughts on James Gandolfini's performance as Carol in Where the Wild Things Are?
That was great. I guess I can't say, wow, what a. It is that it isn't a stretch, because it is still, you can tell he's trying to be sort of like a symbol of his father, but it's also like his own insecurities. You could even argue it's kind of his, take on like, being, the tough masculine guy, but also being very vulnerable at the same time. And, he's good at that. He's good at playing that role. It reminded me a little bit of, noise is coming in my head, but the, when he was on Sesame Street and he was talking with Elmo and he was talking about he was so afraid of the dark, kind of thing. And it was just done in this very surreal way that like it's not something where you go, oh wow, he's playing it really straight, he's playing it really real, but he's not going super goofy with it either. It's kind of this fascinating in between, and that's a little bit what that performance is like. Like he is still just using his real voice. What were you talking about? The sun ain't going away. What are you talking about? But what he's talking about is so odd that it does remind me of that. It's kind of that strange, surreal in between that I love about that movie. I just feel like so much of that movie takes place there. So yeah, I thought he did a really good job.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Fun fact about Beauty and the Beast, originally Gaston had a different and darker death. After falling off the castle, he was going to survive the fall but break his leg. He would then be surrounded and killed by the wolves that attacked Maurice and Belle.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess they kind of used that for Scar in The Lion King, because he had sort of a similar ending there. So I can see that.
Cinefun Studios, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, have you seen any more of the animated Scooby movie besides Zombie Island and Witch's Ghost?
Uh, I don't know. I don't think so. I guess if there's any, I know those are the two that everybody was saying I had to see. I guess maybe I think there's another Zombie Island, but I heard it's not as good. Maybe I'll check that out one day. I don't know.
Luke, thank you for the $2 super chat. JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Do you think Lilo and Stitch the series should get a Blu-ray release?
I mean, I'm all for more physical media personally, so sure.
Philip, thank you for the $5 super chat. Can you review the My Little Pony movie? It's pretty bad, but not as bad as the Smurfs or Angry Birds.
Well, now we got to talk about which one we're talking about because there's the '80s one, then there's one that came out in the 2000s with the reboot and everything. So I'm not even sure which one, to do there. I will say too, big shock. I didn't really watch My Little Pony as a kid, so if I watched the movie, I wouldn't necessarily be like, they got the characters wrong. I would have no idea. So I don't know if I'm necessarily the best one to talk about it, but maybe there's material even if you don't know the characters. I mean, again, it was one of those '80s shows where it clearly existed just to sell toys. So how much character can there really be?
Mega Guy, thank you for the $7 super chat. If you have reservations on reviewing Crudes 2, here's my 2 cents. People who don't like the first Crudes usually find themselves liking the second.
All right. Yeah, maybe I'll give it. I'll tell you what. I'll at least give it a look, like just on my own, and then I'll see if I want to do an NC on it.
Bulk Boggin for Life, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, first time
Hi.
donator here. I was wondering, since he's retired from wrestling, would you ever review John Cena's first film, The Marine?
I thought it was 12 rounds. Again, I mean, I've seen John Cena and stuff, and I like him. I'm not a huge wrestling guy. I was a little bit when I was a kid, but even then, not major. Um, so I guess I could technically review it on its own, but I don't know anyone that's like demanding me to watch it. I don't even know if it's supposed to be good or bad or whatever. So probably not. But it's been lots of times I said I never review something. I review something, so we'll see.
What up, JD? Thank you for the $5 super chat. They just added Jason Voorhees to the game Dead by Daylight. Who are your favorite characters/killers in the game?
I'm a little shocked they just got him now. They didn't have him before. That's kind of
No.
strange.
Yeah, I know, right?
Um, let's see. I mean, Nicolas Cage was great. That
Oh
was
my
really
gosh,
awesome.
that's so fun playing Nicolas Cage in
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight.
Whenever the killer is near just him going, oh, that is great. Um, Whenever I play the killer, I usually play the hag. I like the little distractions you can put down on the ground. I don't even know if they do that much. It's just kind of fun. Um, so yeah, and then outside of that, I never did play because right, Art the Clown was a the killer for a second, right? I think
I
they had
don't
one of the
know, actually.
options.
I don't know if Art the Clown has been in Dead by
I,
Daylight.
I thought they did. I mean, if they did, that's obviously pretty great. I like when they had Chucky as well. So yeah, it's a pretty fun game.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In the third George A. Romero zombie film, Day of the Dead, what did you think of the villain, Captain Henry Rhodes?
Let me double check because I confused Day of the Dead. Dawn of the Dead. Day of the Dead movie. Of course, I got the holiday. Um, yes, this is the one when they're in the bunker, right? Yeah. He how do I put it? He's good. He's just not the villain I usually get into. It's one of the reasons I don't usually get into zombie movies because I know what they're doing with the people are the true evil, kind of thing, which is legit. But the villains are always a little boring to me. I don't know. They're either super military types or they're just kind of the scummy jerk who is going to be the bad guy. You're just waiting for them to turn. But they're legit. I mean, their characters still can't be like, okay, I see why they're there. I see why, where the commentary is coming from with this and everything. So he's not bad. Uh, but it's one of those things where it's like it's just kind of not my thing. So he's done well. I just had no interest of really revisiting it, apart from a couple of the deaths. And I do like the arms reaching out of the wall. That was really, really cool.
Luke Columbus, thank you for the $5 super chat. What do you think of Disney's dinosaurs, uh, Carnotaurus?
Uh,
Carnotaurus, I think?
hold on.
I was squinting
Disney
at it.
dinosaurs. Carnotaurus? Was that
Yeah,
Aerosaurus?
Taurus. So it's
Oh,
Carnotaur.
okay, the big I didn't know if you were talking about the show dinosaurs or the movie dinosaur. I mean, he's just sharp tooth, isn't he? He's just the T-Rex, type character. So, he's fine. He's intimidating in the story. I mean, but there's not much more about him outside of that.
Groovy Seeker, thank you for the 500 bits. Do you feel the female villains don't really exist anymore or are just another misunderstood anti-hero? Watching your recent review made me remember that Maleficent is pure evil, knows it and just loves every second of it. I feel both men and women loved villains like Lady Tremaine and
Dang!
Ursula, and as a woman yourself, Heather, I would absolutely love to hear your opinion on this.
Well, here's
Yeah,
my thoughts.
but
No,
I
kidding.
love that that worked to speak over me in that moment too. Just wonderful, wonderful, Doug. Um, no, what is your opinion, Doug? No, just kidding. Yeah, I think I love no matter the gender. I love when you get a villain in there that's evil just for the sake of being evil. But on the reverse side of it, I do also like when there is a good backstory to a villain. I think there is an element of people kind of like shying a little bit away from that more recently, of like a woman being like just the crazy evil villain because people are worried about like the optics, I guess, so to speak of it. But like, I don't know. I think it's fun. I love that trope of just someone who is evil for evil's sake. Like they know they're a bitch and they're just gonna continue to be one. Like I love a Cruella Deville. We as much as I enjoyed Cruella, like we didn't need Cruella and it was a fun movie, but like yeah, she's just an evil lady who wants to kill some dogs, man.
Yeah, I totally agree. And to some extent, you can say, like you say, it's kind of true with both genders that yes, there's going to be characters that are just evil. There's going to be ones that are going to be fleshed out as well. Both are great. There's nothing wrong with either. I guess just particularly from Disney, there is this big revamp to particularly take the female villains and kind of do, oh, they're just misunderstood kind of things. In some ways, that can be fun. I thought Cruella was pretty fun until they have that last like third where it's like, but no, 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 she's not really evil. Oh, come on, make her evil. Come on, we know exactly why she would be. She's kind of justified in it. Well, almost justified. But yeah, I think because Disney made such a big push for that, we're a little bit more aware of it with women. But I'm with Heather, whether it's male or female, complete evil, or like has a really sympathetic backstory, as long as it's done well and in an interesting way, I'm down for it. I think people see just the straight up evil for evil's sake as almost being too simple, maybe even boring. But again, movies like Sleeping Beauty and 101 Dalmatians and so forth can show there really is a fun style to it. Or even like that last Puss in Boots movie. Jack Hormer's just literally a cartoon. He's just evil for the sake of evil, but he's great. He's
Timing!
hilarious. So yeah, I think that can definitely still work very, very well.
The guy is here. Thank you for the $7 super chat. Have you seen the movie Warrior from 2011? It's an excellent movie.
I think so. Let me double check. Warrior 2011, was that it?
Yes.
No, I have not. I'll try to check it out.
New Jersey Diablo, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hi, Doug. Have you ever considered reviewing the Rocky Horror Picture Show? From Tim Curry to Meatloaf, the cast is perfection and the soundtrack is incredible.
Yeah, there's two reasons why I probably won't. One is that music does get claimed more by phony copyright claims, and I'm assuming that one's really, really, got the heavy copyright claims on it. Two, I do like the movie. I'm not obsessed with it. I don't get super, super into it. I've gone to like, a few midnight screenings, and they're fun and everything, but I don't know all the things to say. It's not a film I put on several times. I've seen it all the way through probably two or three times, over my lifetime. So I feel like if somebody's going to talk about, you need somebody who's a real super fan of it. Brad Jones did a pretty good review of it a long time ago. That's not to say I couldn't. I just don't think I'm going to bring that much interesting to it. I think that'd be a much more fun review if you get somebody who has a very passionate thought about whether they love it or hate it.
Jace, thank you for the $10 super chat. Ice water levels are the worst, yet often have the best music in games. I'll donate to CFS if you listen to Jimmy Neutron versus Jimmy Negatron underwater theme for 6 seconds right now. It rivals Mario 64 underwater for real.
Would it get claimed? Or wait, maybe not, because it might not.
If you listen to it,
Here.
it's not going to play over my audio.
Yeah, that's true. So,
Yeah.
what's it called again? Hold on,
Jimmy Neutron versus Jimmy Negatron underwater theme.
Underwater theme for 6 seconds. He said. So let's see. This one has a lot of bubbling sounds in it. Okay, I think. Let's try one more. Here's the original soundtrack. Hold on. It still has the bubbles in it. Okay, it it does sound nice. It's very slow. Here is do do do, and then bubbles go. So there must be a better recording out there. But yeah, even that little bit sounded very good. So give to that charity. It's a good charity.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen the Sylvester Stallone film Lockup?
I don't think so. Let me see. Lock up Stallone. Watch him get big. Protesting this says lock him up. No, oh my god, I love this post, this card. This drawing of him looking like he's like Mike Tyson from Punch Out or something like that. He's got like Popeye arms. Oh my god, that looks hilarious. No, I have not seen it. It looks like fun.
Haunted Joker, thank you for the 500 bits. When will Channel Awesome go public so I can buy the majority share, become your boss, and make you review Jim Carrey and Once Bitten? I know you rarely do the 80s, but come on!
Tomorrow, so get ready to bid. No. It's funny because I think, have that on the list of possible movies to do. Because I'm finding out more and more, the holidays used to be like a big time where like more people would tune in. Now I don't know if more people are just busy or whatever, but now it seems to be like the summer is the time like the views really start to go up. It's not like they die around the holidays, but they're just not as big. So it does open it up a little bit to kind of try some new stuff, stuff I wouldn't normally do. And I've seen that movie. There's definitely stuff I could talk about in it. So yeah, probably at some point I will.
Juliana Goodwin, thank you for the $5 super chat. What movie do you think deserves a remake? My answer is Blazing Saddles, but Ryan Coogler has to make it.
All right, that's kind of cool. Oh shit, I kind of love that. At first I'm like, Blazing Saddles, then we say Ryan Coogler, I'm like, that might be good. That might
You're
be good.
onto something.
Honestly, what I always thought was a good idea, and maybe they've even done in other movies at this point, is Drop Dead Fred. I think it's actually a good idea for a film when you see where it goes. It just does it so horribly. Yeah, I'm always one of those people where I'm like, remake bad movies, remake Batman and Robin, remake Batman Forever, do it like in the Tim Burton style or whatever. I'd love to check those out. But yeah, I guess that's always the one that jumps out to me in terms of like, man, I love to see that redone in like a very, very competent way that's also like very imaginative.
Danny McGraw, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hello, Doug and Heather. What are your feelings on the recent passing of Gene Shalit?
Horrible to say because Gene Shalit's just kind of his own entity, and I respect the hell out of him for that. I really didn't know he was still alive. I mean, he lived to 100. Holy smokes! That is very, very impressive. He's one of those. I think when I was younger, I didn't like him, and as I got older, and I was just kind of hypnotized watching him just doing his own thing and not caring what anyone else thought. I kind of liked him more and more. So yeah, he grew on me a lot as I got older, and when I did see he passed, that again I was kind of shocked he was still around, but I did feel kind of bummed out. I'm like, oh man, yeah, that is kind of a big icon of movie criticism, even if I could definitely see people not liking his style. I could see that very easily, but I really do think there is something to. Yes, on the one hand, film criticism should be taken seriously. On the other hand, it shouldn't be taken too seriously. There's so many people who just get on their high horse too much, whether it's other critics or people, reading them or watching them, whatever. So when you can work in that humor, just something that says, yes, I love film that should be taken seriously, but not too seriously. Don't take me too seriously. I think that's important. Even if the joke is sometimes they do take themselves too seriously, like Siskel and Ebert. Like they would get in those heated arguments about stuff that half the time was so silly, but then they would show it in compilations to like audiences and they would laugh and they would be there kind of laughing with like, yeah, that was kind of silly. We're going to do it again though, kind of thing. So, yeah, I think he was good at shining a spotlight on that, and because of that, and again, just him doing whatever he wants, I think there was a lot to admire about him for that.
Jace, thank you for the $5 super chat. Veggie Tale suggestion. Rack, Shack, and Benny is legendary for the infamous Bunny song, which had its controversial lyrics changed 2 times because parents complained.
Might look there. Was it VeggieTales bunny song?
Yeah, Bunny song.
Uh, all right,
I don't
might
know if I remember
look that
that.
up. Uh,
Cool.
I will try to look that up. Your timing's impeccable, by the way.
Noah Pope Joy, thank you for the $10 super chat. I hope when Sonic 4 comes out, we get an NC review on the first 3 Sonic movies. Also, Zelda movie director Wes Ball is aiming for a live action Miyazaki aesthetic.
I can see that. That's
That could
definitely,
work.
especially some of the later Zelda stuff. I could definitely see that. Well, and Miyazaki can be very silly too. That seems like the right direction, the right angle. I'm liking that. I mean, also, I will have to admit, while I do want that style in there, sometimes you gotta just go with what the writer director has in mind too. I mean, there's plenty of films that if you told me the idea, I'd be like, oh, that's not going to work. But then when I see how they do it, I'm like, all right, now I see how this comes together. So yeah, I mean, sounds good. So we'll see. And then what was the first half of that? I'm sorry.
Um, they want a NC review for the first 3 Sonic movies when Sonic 4
That's
comes
right.
out.
I'll probably wait for the fourth one to come out, and then like maybe we'll have people vote on whether or not we do like a Sonic month kind of thing. I don't really think I can do the thing where I can review all the movies in one video anymore. I don't think I have the energy for that, but that just gives more options for theme months. So maybe we'll throw it in there.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In Speed, what do you think of The Tourist?
Oh, plural or singular?
Singular.
The
Tourist.
tourist.
I was frozen today.
I mean, I'm trying to remember which one that. At first, I thought you were just talking about like the passengers on the bus. I'm like, well, no, I guess that would be tourist. Let's see, speed, the tourist. Let's see. Oh, the guy from No, wait, which one? Clear the tourist. I don't know if it's the. Yeah, I'm not sure which character's the tourist. I'm looking at. Oh, wait. Was it the?
Oh, Movie Mike just specified he was played by Cameron from Ferris Bueller.
Okay, I was gonna say because I saw an image of him here, but I'm kind of like, is that him? Because sometimes it's showing some other people. I remember him being pretty funny. Is that the one he had the "oh darn" line? I remember that being pretty good. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. I saw it quite a few times when it came out, but it's been a hot minute since I've seen it.
The fifth Chris, thank you for the $10 super chat. Who's your favorite actor to play James Bond? About to start a Bond marathon, having only seen the Brosnan films I grew up on. I know Rob's favorite is Timothy Dalton. What about you, Doug?
Yeah, it's rough. It's kind of a three-way toss-up between Dalton, Brosnan, and Connery. I mean, it's hard not to have Connery up there. I mean, he's the OG and everything, and he's so fun. Only he could say some of those lines the way he does. Um, I don't know. I can't. Honestly, I'll even take Brosnan out of the equation. Say it's either Dalton or Connery, because Dalton I feel like is very much like the books, and then Connery is just his own fabrication that leaned into that camp, but that incredibly charming camp. That's very smooth and fun and everything. I mean, everybody wanted to be James Bond because of him. So, yeah, it's a toss up between those two.
Spike Bebop, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hi, have you watched the Witcher series with Geralt? Sorry, I never know how to pronounce it. Played by Henry Cavill. He's gonna make and star in the Warhammer 40K TV show. Does his name make you interested in watching?
I saw the first episode. It was fine. Everybody tells me it gets a lot better after that. I believe them. Again, I just have so many other things to watch. So one of these days I'll probably get around to it. I guess it doesn't help too. There is something about when you hear it doesn't go in a good direction, because I know he eventually leaves, to do Warhammer and everything. So there is something that, well, I wouldn't mind checking it out. It doesn't make me in a hurry to check it out knowing that, but I know nothing about the game either, and I know nothing about Warhammer. So who knows? Maybe I'll just start Warhammer when he starts doing that. Just be like, okay, a fresh start. Let's do this. But one of these days, I wouldn't mind watching all of Witcher.
Ultimate Frozen fan, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube for 12 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I can't believe I've been a member for a year already. Currently, my only YouTube membership because it has the best perks. Member stream, knowing the NC review on Tuesday, and behind the scenes videos. Love all y'all at CA.
Yeah, love you too, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for all the kind words and for being a member.
Luke Columbus, thank you for the $10 super chat. I think maybe they didn't know there was a list because they were asking again about Disney's dinosaurs, Carnotaurus.
Well, there you go.
Epic Kevster, thank you for the $10 super chat. How do you feel about Masters of the Universe flopping, even though everyone who watched it says it's great? I thought it was a lot of fun, and I didn't grow up on He-Man. 2000s kid here.
Well, there's still a few Masters of the Universe stuff that was around that time, but you're right, definitely not as prevalent as the '80s. But I haven't seen it yet, so I can't comment too much. I will say it's a movie I wanted to see on the big screen. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to. I want to see Michael on the big screen too. I don't think I'm going to get a chance to. So I do feel a little let down by that. Most of the people who say they like it, everybody has like a little asterisk with it, which I believe, and that doesn't mean don't go see it and don't go see it on the big screen and everything. But I was kind of shocked they were throwing as much money and attention on it as they were. And I have a soft spot for He-Man, Master Universe, all that. I grew up with that. Of course, I'm going to have a soft spot for it. But if I was a producer, I wouldn't think, well, now's its time to come back. I just would not have assumed that. Again, maybe they're going off of like the Barbie movie being such a big hit. So they're like, all right, let's do our version. That's the only thing I can figure. But again, doesn't mean it's bad. It also doesn't mean it won't have a big life on streaming. I guess that's what a lot of people are saying, that it's not doing well on the big screen, but they're already predicting it's going to do well on streaming. So here's hoping.
Tyler, thank you for the $1 super chat. JL, thank you for the 600 bits. The one nice thing about Spider-Man Brand New Day is finally we're getting a real Peter suit. The previous films had him using Stark tech.
Yeah, I'm okay with both. So these movies have worked very backwards, which would usually be a problem, but I thought they worked with it so well, I didn't mind. I thought every single time I would have a problem with a movie, like just an initial setup, to define the character, they would usually fix it in the next movie. And I'm sure that's part of it too. Is like, well, the tech was too, somebody else that gave it to him and everything like that. And now he really has to start over. He has to make everything on his own. And I like that. Again, that is a big part of what Spider-Man is, but it is also the gears, the gadgets, and all that stuff. So I wasn't too, and he was starting off still as a kid again, so I wasn't too against him getting, the Stark gear and everything. But yes, I do like them going that route of now he is just going to be a poor kid, living in the city, trying to make the rent and everything, which we have seen before. But again, in this version, I want to see how they're going to do it because I have liked these movies, and changing up the order actually has made it a little bit more fresh, and I don't always know exactly where it's going to go. So I like that.
Lee B. Films, thank you for the $5 super chat. In general, what are some of your favorite comic book movies?
I mean, Batman's probably my favorite. I love Sin City. Across the Spider Verse, it's phenomenal. Yeah, those are good.
Big
Superman, Wonder Woman. The trio there of that with Batman. I mean, the Holy Trinity. You got to mention that. So yeah, those are good.
Big Mac, thank you for the 500 bits. Do you think you would ever do a James Bond month, reviewing one movie for each actor?
Everybody always asks me to do it. I do like the James Bond movies. I'm not obsessed with them. I see why people are. I get it. It's just kind of not the thing I gravitate the most towards. I've seen probably half of them. I don't even think I've seen all of them. Again, if you want someone who really loves these movies and can talk about them in great detail and does, go check out Brad Jones, the Cinema Snob, because he does talk about these movies and does them in a very entertaining way and also a way that gives a lot of information on it too. And he is one of those people who's a really, really big fan. So yeah, he's probably the better one to check out.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Fun fact about Jurassic Park. Originally, we were going to see Mr. Arnold die on screen, where he gets attacked by raptors after getting to the power station. Unfortunately, a hurricane destroyed the set before Samuel L. Jackson could shoot the scene.
And isn't it great when stuff like that happens? This is the thing why I say movies should chop down their budgets. Not only do you have to get effects that are usually more there and you can't just rely on CG, but you have to think, you have to work smarter, not harder. So I think that workaround of just having the fake arm go like that, oh, Mr. Arnold, and then the arm comes on. I mean, that is so much better, light years better than whatever death you could have given him with the Raptors, because we've seen that throughout the rest of the movies. We see people getting killed by, dinosaurs and everything. So I think having that reveal was so great. So yeah, I love it when stuff like that happens. Oh, it was supposed to be this big thing. Something got in the way. We had to think real quick, so we just came up with this fast fix. And sometimes it's better than what was originally in the script, and sometimes cheaper.
KJK, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey, Doug, I'm curious, what's your stance on separating art from the artist?
It depends. And I think everybody, it's gonna depend a little bit. I could see somebody protesting something if they don't like the artist. I could see someone discussing it. Certainly, I personally don't like when somebody says, "You listen to this person, you watch this person, but you're bad. I'm gonna whatever harass you." I don't like that. Discussions are fine, and I can't act like I've always had whatever this way of looking at the artist and the art, and I always separate them or I always keep them together. I am watching that Michael Jackson documentary, and I don't know what happened, but if they show without beyond a shadow of a doubt, what happened, I'm like, well, would I still be able to hear the music? And I think some of it does live beyond the artist. So something like the Thriller, Smooth Criminal, that I could hear fine. Something like Heal the World, I don't think I could.
Yeah.
Same thing with Bill Cosby. I mean, there's a lot of comedians I could separate them, from the comedy and stuff like that. But his whole shtick was he was a good, ethical guy. That was his whole shtick. And I can't see that. I cannot separate it then. So it really does depend. The one I usually go to is Wagner. Wagner has made some of the greatest music of all time. He was an awful human being, but the music he made just lasts light years beyond, what he was. I think even he knew what he was capable of. And, that music can move people, can inspire people, can get them to create amazing things just through sound, just through music. And if I got to tell him, well, you shouldn't have heard that because this guy was a bigot and everything, that doesn't seem right, because that can inspire things beyond the failings of the artist. So I think it's mainly going to be a person by person thing.
Lee B. Films, thank you for the $5 super chat. Favorite Nicolas Cage comic book role? Mine is Big Daddy. Kick-Ass is an underrated movie, in my opinion.
He is fun in that. I don't even get into that movie that much, but he is great in that. Let me see. I mean, maybe it is Spider Noir. I really, really do like him in that role quite a bit. And like I said, I'm not even. I think 3 episodes in yet. I'm just like, God, I love this, and I love this character. He's so much fun to watch and everything. So, yeah, that might be that for now.
Movie lover, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you thought about reviewing Dora and the Lost City of Gold?
Yeah, that's the live action one, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Um, so many people recommend it. I might. The only thing is, I don't know how much I would add to it. Well, one, kind of obviously, I didn't grow up with Dora the Explorer, but I know what it is. I've seen, like family, friends, or kids or something like watch it before. But yeah, it's one of those I feel like I would just watch and say, "Ha, that's funny. Ha, that's funny." I don't know what else I would add. So I do have it on the list as like a possibility one day, but again, I just don't know what angle I'd really come at it from.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Which Spider Noir version are you watching? The color or black and white version?
Oh, black and white. Absolutely. I tried once or twice watching the color. I like it's available. I think that's a fun gimmick. It's cool that they shot it first in black and white and then colorized it. I think that's very clever. But because it was originally shot in black and white, I'm gonna like watching that more. It just looks better. It matches the tone better. It's cooler. The shots look better in black and white. It's obviously intended to really work off of the shadows of that world, and yeah, that's definitely my favorite to watch it in.
The guy is here. Thank you for the $7 super chat. Out of all the saw traps you know of, which, in your opinion, is the worst one to be in?
Uh, I've only seen the first one, and I think Spiral. I think that's it. Um, yeah, I don't know. There's one where somebody had to crawl through a whole bunch of like barbed wire and like other sharp things to like get the key or something like that, and that's just so simple, but it's I don't know, you feel like you can feel like, oh, would I do that? I don't know. That is probably the best thing about those movies, is you constantly asking, would I do it? Would I actually go through this terrible thing to save my life? That's always, I think, the funnest gimmick about those movies.
Spawn Freak, thank you for the $5 super chat. Looking back at iconic villainesses, sorry, voiced by Eleanor Audley, do we need more pragmatically evil villains like Lady Tremaine?
All of it, what I was saying before, it depends on how well it's done. I guess I'll say, just to have a generic bad for the sake of being bad villain, at least in America, is a little trickier to do. I think because we have pushed the envelope a little bit more on like developing the main characters. I mean, we have, that's one of the reasons I did Sleeping Beauty, is that we have focused much more on the main characters, which is good. That is a movie that is mainly focused on its side characters. So you can have a great villain and this great comic relief, but the leads suffer for it, which is not to say every movie's that does that will be like that. You can make the leads interesting, but it is more effort and time you have to give to it. So uh again, a lot of it depends on just how it's done, what the style of the movie is. Again, I haven't seen the new Masters of the Universe, but everybody says, God, how many times do you get to say this? Jared Leto is great in it, and he does soak up that great, I'm just evil for the sake of being evil. So I think if you're gonna do that, there has to be a hyper awareness and even a little bit of a comedic angle, I think. But yeah, I think those classic Disney films, and even the ones like in the 90s, are good ones to go to see how to do it. I mean, you look at Frollo. Frollo's such a great baddie. And he is developed and interesting and complex, but he is just also bad. He's just a straight up mean, terrible dude. So yeah, if you want to know how to do those kind of movies, I think those are good ones to go to. That and animes. I think animes do a very good job with
Very
that too.
good.
Both making them, irredeemable, but then sometimes also giving them a backstory too. Like, they can make either work. They really specialize in making either of those work.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather in Invincible, what do you think of Tech Jacket? Oh, she's fine. I don't know. I feel like I like her suit, obviously, because I like mechs. So you put a cool suit on someone, and I'm like, ooh, fun. But she also gets kind of lost in the sauce, like We don't know too much about her, so I mean, she's fine. Supa64, thank you for the $5 super chat. I remember you calling Family Guy a rip-off show adored by college viewers. Any chance of the critic talking about Family Guy or just your thoughts?
It'd be rough because I've been away from it for so long. There's lots of things I love about Family Guy, by the way. Particularly like, you know, kind of like The Simpsons. It was like 2 to like 6, 7. Like those seasons are just like, oh, it's so great. Even when they're bad, they're still fun. You respect like how much they're trying to push the envelope and be, risque and shocking and stuff like that. Uh, but yeah, like a lot of people, I kind of got bored after a while and stopped watching. And sometimes I'll see a clip on YouTube, and most of the time I'm like, yeah, okay, I got out at the right time. But occasionally there's still a clip that'll make me laugh. So yeah, I think because I'm so far behind, I never got quite as into it as I did with Simpsons. I don't know if I can bring too much to it.
Juliana, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube for 26 months. Appreciate that. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. We had a battle with the dragon from Sleeping Beauty and Kingdom Hearts, but do you actually want to see a world?
Uh, I don't know because I talked in great detail about the backgrounds in that movie and how much I love them. I don't know how they'll translate into 3D. Like you had like Maleficent's castle there, but that's probably like the most straightforward of those backgrounds. I mean, everything else again is kind of abstract. Like something in the background might look like it's more in the foreground. Um, so I don't know how you would do that in a 3D world. It'd be an interesting experiment, but I don't know if it would work.
Joe Go the VO, thank you for the $5 super chat. Ever see Guyver Dark Hero? Way better than the first Guyver film. The tone is consistently dark and violent, and it's more faithful to the original manga.
No, I think I just did the first film. I think, yeah, I kind of remember doing that with Bennett. I can't remember if I did the whole review or if I just did like an intro outro. It's been a hot minute, but yeah, I remember like the suit. I definitely remember parts of it. So yeah, all right, maybe it's worth checking out.
Juliana, thank you for the $5 super chat. I realize that Ellen Menken and Kenny Ortega haven't worked with Disney in several years. I wish they made a Disney musical movie together.
Uh, so Alan Menken years ago, what would it be now? Maybe a decade? Did a really good stage musical of Hunchback, where they combine the animated Disney film with the original book. It kind of has bits and pieces of both, and it's really, really good. They don't have much money. You can tell everything's just like, oh, it's just gonna be people playing the same part. The Hunchback's just gonna put some dirt on his face and walk like that. Now he's a hunchback. Like I said, they didn't give him much in terms of props and sets, but the music is still stellar and so good. And where it goes, and they do make. I mean, that's a perfect example of like two different Frollos. The one in the animated one is just irredeemable. I mean, there's just nothing redeemable about him at all, or kind, or whatever. Where the one in the stage play is bad, but he does really try to do good in his own mind, like his corrupted mind. Uh, so that's a very good example. One that's just pure evil, and another that's definitely evil, but probably thinks he's still doing good.
Mr. Evolution, thank you for the $10 super chat. Good evening, Doug and Heather. This Friday, me and my sister are going to see Toy Story 5 in theaters, an unnecessary sequel, but still remaining hopeful. Will you do a Doug review when it releases?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna see it tomorrow. I've been hearing good things, which isn't necessarily a solid sale. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't going into it with you know definitely this air of oh, go ahead and press me, Toy Story 5, kind of thing. But the setup is good with the toys, the physical toys fighting screens and technology and everything. Because that is a big issue now. My big concern is that even if it's good, it's not going to need to be a Toy Story 5. It could be like, like I said, Toy Story 4 could just be called Woody. And I get the feeling this one could be called Jesse. And you don't have to have the characters in there. But also, I have a fear that there's another movie that came out now that many people saw that was also technically Disney, called Ron's Gone Wrong, that talked about it as well in a very, very clever way. So I'll probably be comparing it to that too. But I don't know. I have been hearing good things so far, so we will see.
Trip Corey, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are you liking the Mouse PI game?
Yeah, I'm having a good time with it. I'm sorry we've had so many streams where I've either been knocked out or at a con or something's come up or whatever. Yeah, I swear the reasons I've been away from it is not because I can't stand this game. No, I'm having a great time. Just stuff keeps getting in the way.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Have you seen The Secret Life of Walter Mitty?
Which one? I'm assuming you're talking about the Ben Stiller one because that's the most recent one. Yeah, it got very mixed reactions when it came out, and I found that was the same. I didn't hate it by any means. I saw the ambition behind it. I wish the focus, I wish the core of it was a little stronger. But it's not awful. It's not like an awful center. It's just a little generic. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those where I feel like you kind of just got to see it to see if it's your thing or not. I don't know if it's one that overwhelmingly is praised or hated. I think it is one of those that's kind of in between.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. I finished season 1 of Adventures of Superboy, kind of dreading season 2 because I heard they replaced half the cast.
I'm surprised they have a season two. I thought it was only season one. Yeah, when I saw it, it was always in syndication, so I didn't even know where to watch it. I was even surprised there was a Superboy. I didn't know that, when it came out. But yeah, I saw a handful of episodes. I remember being okay. But again, I haven't seen it since I was probably like 11, 12, something like that.
Bernsey, thank you for the 500 bits. Sometimes we ask you to review a movie and you say, I don't really think I have anything to add to what everyone else has. Have you ever thought about one of these suggestions? Or, sorry, let me try to read this better. Have you ever thought this about one of these suggestions? Wait a minute, these guys are completely off base. I'm going to review this movie because I do have something to say.
Sometimes, I mean, there's been plenty of films where people have asked me to review something. I'm like, no, I won't do that. I can't think of anything. And then I do. Or even, like I said, recently, I found this kind of happy uh, mode I've discovered where if a film is okay, I can talk about in an interesting way about how okay it is, like what works about it, but stops it from being great, but what also stops it from being horrible because there are some really good things in there. So that is always the nice thing about it too, is that I'm trying to get better at, never saying never. Because there are a lot of times where I'll find just suddenly, oh, I'm in the mood to talk about this. Maybe I will now. Maybe I finally have an interesting point of view, to bring to something. So yeah, it just depends.
Sammy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Are you planning to see Masters of the Universe anytime soon? Because I saw it and I thought it was more fun than Disclosure Day.
Well, I believe you on that. I would love to see it on the big screen. I just don't think I'm going to have the time, especially. That's the funny thing about summer is you think, oh yeah, going to summer movies and everything, and that's certainly part of it. But there's a lot of meetups, and everybody I know who has kids, they're all graduating right now. So I have so many graduation parties to go to. There's people getting married and stuff like that. Like that is the thing about being this age is socializing. You sort of hit these marks where it's like, oh yeah, that's right. These people have kids now. They're doing that. Oh, these people they're dating now. They're gonna get married and stuff. So you gotta make time for all that stuff, which I have no problem with any of that. I mean, that's great. It's just a lot. It does take up a lot of time.
Peter Parker, thank you for the $5 super chat. When Disney is finally done doing live action adaptations, what should be their next nostalgic cash grab? Kingdom Hearts or Twisted Tales adaptations?
They'll never be done with the live action adaptations. I mean, they never. That's like saying once Hollywood is done with remakes, well, they'll never fully be done with remakes. I mean, even adapting books in some respects is like a version of a remake. But I mean, I don't know. I never read the Twisted Tales book, so I don't know. But I mean, with Kingdom Hearts, again, I don't know because it's funny. I saw that pilot that was released, that leaked pilot or whatever, and it was neat. It was really neat to see. It's not something where I feel like if I didn't know Kingdom Hearts, I'd be like, "Oh, I want to know more. I want to see more." Because it is very difficult to adapt into a show like that, especially at that time period. So I don't, but that also kind of makes me say, well, wouldn't that be interesting then to see how they would do it now? Because there is so much interest now, and the internet exists and everything. So people like, um, start working on their own theories and what they think is going to happen, and everything. So I guess I lean towards that, but that could be because I don't really know much about Twisted Tales.
Samuel, thank you for the $5 super chat. Doug, the other two Scooby Doo films of the early 2000s are Alien Invaders and Cyber Chase. Peak childhood stuff. Possible NC review of them someday?
Maybe I'll try to look into it.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. No message, just the bits.
Thank
Bulk
you.
Bogan for life, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey, Doug, would you ever do an NC on Cartoon Network's What a Cartoon? Or Nickelodeon's Oh Yeah Cartoon? It's where both networks got their big hits.
I kind of know what they are. It was a hint past my time, so I don't know if I'd be like somebody that has a real passion to talk about or can talk about what everybody else that was watching it was thinking at the time, kind of thing. So that I'm probably not the one to do it.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In horror films, what do you think of the trope of a character who starts off as a jerk, but over the film becomes a better person and usually by the end sacrifices themselves to save the other characters?
Uh, Again, if it's done well, I like it. I guess I like that more than the flip, which is, a character that starts off okay, but maybe has a few flaws and then they get worse and worse. Like, to me, that's a little boring, unless it's something like a descent into madness. I like that. But if it's something where just someone gets more and more cowardly, I find that pretty boring. Because again, it's very easy to predict where a character getting, like starting off bad and getting more and more good, like redemption stories. I think we like those more, and they're a little bit more complex and interesting. When somebody does something so bad, how do you come back from that? I think there's more you can learn from it too, usually. So yeah, that's my lean.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Doug, any Switch games you're excited for? I now what I will be playing this week once it hit.
um I mean, I barely have time to play, I mean, games in general, but definitely not Switch games because yeah, I think the one I had was like the studio one, yeah, with like Mario Galaxy and everything.
Mhm.
I guess Star Fox looks kind of fun. I haven't played a Star Fox game in a long time, so maybe that.
Fran Cinema, thank you for the 150 HNL through Super Chat.
Thank you.
With all the music biopics lately, do you think an Avril Lavigne movie could work? If done right, I believe her style would look awesome on screen, and it'd be a nostalgic trip for an entire generation.
Sure. I mean, I feel like at this point we should make it clear what we're really wanting, because with Bohemian Rhapsody and Michael, even though I haven't seen Michael, but from what even people that like the movie say, they're not really biopics. They're things that maybe happened, or they're, romanticized to a point where they're practically fiction. And then they're basically concert films. And there is kind of a fun art to that in a sense. It's almost like, you're doing a concert movie that happens to have elements of what the sort of mythos of these people left behind, like the lore and what they became and everything. That's one of the reasons I like that Elvis movie so much. I really did feel like it wasn't trying to tell the real story of Elvis, and it was making that, in my opinion, very clear. It was really diving more into the campiness and the icon and the product that he was, and like a little bit of who he was and the soul of him trying to get through. But because it was the manager telling the story, that's the movie you got. I thought that was very clever. I'm okay if
I
they
was
do
frozen
stuff like that, as long as
today.
there's a little bit more of acknowledgement of it. But yes, it would be nice to actually know these real stories. So if you're talking about a real story, I mean, maybe it'd be nice if it was done well, but I don't think we really get into those movies right now. I think we're essentially looking for these concert films that have the same way it's kind of like the best of their music, it's kind of like the best of their life. And it's also like a remix. It's not exactly what happened. It's very romanticized. So I think that's an important uh, extinction to not extinction distinction
There you go.
to make about him.
We're gonna have to pick up the pace a little bit here.
Gotcha.
Spetsnaz, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey Doug, how's your day going? I was wondering if you would ever do a review of Ralph Bakshi's Wizards. Thanks for your awesome vids and have a good one.
I might. We talked about maybe when the sad day comes that he, passes, maybe do it then. But I would like to do American Pop as well because not a lot of people know about that. So we'll see.
Logan, thank you for the $10 super chat. This might have already been asked, but what do you think of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake? Also, do you think you do a review of Jim Carrey movie The Majestic for the channel?
I'd have to see. It's so long. I'm not sure. And Ocarina of Time, I remember the original game being pretty good. I haven't seen much of the remake yet.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Doug, did you ever see the skit of George Reeves on I Love Lucy as Superman when he got Lucy out of trouble when she got locked out of the apartment?
Yeah, it was cute. I mean, it's exactly what you think it would be. He goes, "Oh, they call me Superman. You're married to her. They call me Superman." Yeah, okay. They just sort of do the thing you think they do, but it's fine.
Spetsnaz, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey Doug, will you ever come out to sunny San Diego to attend San Diego Comic-Con? I want to have my red tie signed.
Tell them you want us out there, and maybe they'll bring us out there.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. In the Shrek 5 trailer, did you catch the 48 hours callback when Eddie Murphy sings Roxanne?
Yeah, it was distracted a little bit by the build up to it. Oh, he's got to sing something else. Go ahead. But then when he sings Roxanne, I'm like, all right. I mean, that helped it a little bit.
Expired Raisin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, have you ever seen Jack and the Cuckoo Clock Heart? The style is so weird and beautiful. I think you would really find it interesting to watch.
Yeah, I never finished it. I probably should. I was really getting into the style, and then somewhere the story wasn't grabbing me as much. But I should sit down and watch the rest of it. I think I got it on Blu-ray.
Panzer Shrek, thank you for the 500 bits. Hey Doug, would you ever make a review on Ralph Bakshi's Wizards? I remember my dad showing me it when I was 5. Absolutely insane movie and art style.
Yeah, maybe. I like that movie. It is bizarre, but I do like it. So maybe one day.
Hyperdevil Fangirl Boner, thank you for the 500 bits. To celebrate the 1-year anniversary of K-pop Demon Hunters, there were sing-along event screenings this weekend. I never saw it, I don't have Netflix, and there was no physical release as far as I know, so I went to go see it. The film is a lot of fun and I love the songs, but I'm certain I'm not the first person to say that.
That's bizarre. There's no physical release. I know it's Netflix, but that's weird.
Yeah, it's coming because it's going to be in a Criterion collection, but I believe it's not coming until
Oh no
later
shit!
today.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
or
cool.
this
All
year.
right. Oh,
Not
that's
today.
really cool.
Yeah. Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Fun coincidence. Just last weekend, I bought an artwork of Maleficent animated. She and Cruella were my favorite Disney villains.
Yeah, Maleficent's so good. Cruella's fun too, but Maleficent, oh, just the charm. She's dripping with evil. She's just so great.
Sean, thank you for the $5 super chat. Fun fact, the actress who voiced Aurora is still alive at 96. Also, thank you
Wow.
for using my favorite quote for the CA logo.
Uh, yeah. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Wait. The voice of the actress, right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Huh. Very cool.
Hyperdevil Fangirl Boner, thank you for the 500 bits. I also found myself relating to the Rumi character a lot. I'm autistic and I've often felt I had to hide parts of myself in order to fit in, if that makes sense. I was bullied a lot at school for being quote unquote weird.
Is that from K-pop Demon Hunters?
Yes,
Is that
K-pop Demon
okay?
Hunters, yes.
I'm very sorry to hear that, but again, that is one of the nice things about these stories is that whatever you're going through, I think these fictional realms and everything can really tap into something that like maybe it feels like you're fighting demons, whether they're inside or actual physical people or whatever, and that can go a long way. That's one of the reasons I really connect with films too. They really can tap into emotions of what you're going through in a moment.
Bernsey, thank you for the 500 bits. Doug, have you seen Adam Sandler's 2 Netflix murder mystery movies with Jennifer Aniston?
No, and actually, I was curious to check him out. I never had a chance to. Maybe I will.
Christian, thank you for the $5 super chat. What are your thoughts on the Last Ronin game announcement?
Uh, Neat. I mean, with all these, it's like I want to see them. They didn't show much in the little teaser there, so Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to do that in a game version. I never have read the comic either. I probably should.
The last one, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, what was your absolute biggest movie disappointment? For me, it was X-Men Origins, which to this day is my least favorite superhero movie.
Uh, I'm sure there's a lot. Lost World was pretty disappointing. I remember the Super Mario Brothers movie was really disappointing, but now I kind of like it for how bonkers it is. So, yeah, there's two right there.
Ice Luigi Star, thank you for the $5 super chat. Which format do you prefer when watching movies or shows? Blu-ray or Ultra HD Blu-ray?
Oh, I mean, I usually just watch Blu-ray. I'd have to see them back to back to really see the difference.
Spetsnaz, thank you for becoming a member over on YouTube. Welcome,
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. Heather, in Alien and Aliens, which non-alien antagonist do you like more? Ash or Burke? Probably Burke. I don't know, he's just slimy. I don't know, I did not like him. He frustrated me. Hyperdevil Fangirl Boner, thank you for the 500 bits. The movie also kind of reminded me of a show from my childhood called Free Phonics. It was about three teens who formed a band called Free Phonics. They gained musical powers based on the mythical 13th note and to fight their enemies in sound-based battles called Sound Clashes. That also never got a DVD release, sadly, though someone did upload all 40 episodes on YouTube.
Cool. Yeah, never even heard of it, but sounds cool.
JL, thank you for the 600 bits. Would you do a review of Unfriended for Nostalgiaween?
A lot of people have asked me to do it. I like it. I'm one of the few that actually enjoyed the movie. So maybe I could do it. But let me write that down because, God, so many people have recommended that.
Spetsnaz, thank you for the $5 super chat. When it comes out, will you watch the G.I. Joe Transformers movie? I want to see that so bad.
Are they doing them together, like the G.I. Joe movie and the Transformer? Because I saw the Transformer one. It was called The Apology Tour for killing off Optimus Prime, which I thought was pretty funny. But I didn't know if they were doing both of them at the same time. That's kind of cool if they are.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. When are you guys going to release more of the old Kingdom Hearts playthroughs?
Oh, yeah.
The idea was to release them on Fridays when we weren't streaming, but I think since some of the Fridays were unexpected, not streaming
Yeah,
Fridays.
because those were very much like last minute. I just found out I couldn't do it, so I don't think we had that ready to go. So yeah, well, we'll probably try to do more.
Bob Mustard, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hi, Doug. If Disney offered you the chance to write and direct a film, animated or live action, what kind of film would you want to make?
Uh, I don't. I'd have to think about, but there's something that popped in my mind. I even did drawings of this when I was a kid. When not her, it was when Tarzan came out. They said Tarzan's the only character aside from Dracula who's had the most books written about him. I thought Disney's Dracula, and I kind of snickered. But then I was like, I don't know. It could kind of be like Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame. Like you could kind of do it. So I always thought like a hand drawn version of that in that kind of '90s style would be very neat. I don't know if it would do well, but I think that'd be really cool.
JL, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Doug, you've seen All Dogs Go to Heaven 1 and 2. Ever seen the TV series?
No, but I know what it is. I know it has a Christmas special because I always have it on there as a possible review around Christmas time.
Duke the Legend, thank you for the $5 super chat. What video you made is your favorite?
I think the Nutcracker 3D one I like a lot. I also like the Mad Max one, and then I like my review of Brazil recently. I really, really like.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. In which film do you think Scarlett Johansson gives a better performance? Her or Lost in Translation? In Her, I'm impressed how much character she gets across despite it just being her voice.
Yeah, but I think I do like Lost in Translation because she is allowed to use her face, and I think that does a lot of the heavy lifting in there because she's supposed to look lost, and I think she does in a very natural way in that film without having to say anything a lot of the time.
Treg, thank you for the 500 bits. Any interest in the Chainsaw Man movie? Personally, I think when you see a film where a man made out of a chainsaw says, "Yeehaw, mother effers," as he rides a demon shark for a war horse before he charges to fight his Soviet spy ex-girlfriend that has a bomb for a head, you've reached cinematic nirvana.
I've heard it's great. I've never seen it. If you show me an image, I know I can recognize it, but I would love to check it out. Again, there's just so many other things to watch.
Movie Mike, thank you for the 500 bits. I agree with you about there being no real laughs in the Shrek 5 trailer. The whole trailer is pretty much just, get it? Donkey's annoying.
Yeah, like I said, it is a teaser, so I'll wait. I don't think they'll wait this long to have something that humorless come out, but we'll see.
Luke Columbus, thank you for the $2 super chat. I just loved Jack Black as Bowser.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Um, Bulk Bogan for life, thank you for the $2 super chat. Would you ever do an NC or review of Key and Peele?
That'd be a lot to review. Once in a while, I've talked about them in the past, but to do one on the whole show, that would be a little tricky. It would probably take a lot of time and energy and effort that I sadly don't have anymore. So unlikely, but maybe somebody else could.
Okay, and we did make it. All right, I was getting a little
Alrighty.
stressed there.
Mm-mm-mm.
So we got a couple of chat questions here, chat.
Sure.
Seattle ADD says, "What person would make you just drop everything to do a collab with them?"
I always said if M. Night Shyamalan ever wanted me to be in a movie, I would jump right on board. Even if he was like, I've seen your reviews, I'm going to torture you in this role. Just bring it on, please. I want to see you work. Because whether it's good or bad or whatever, I love to see the process, and I would love to be a part of one of them.
July Media asks, "What Stephen King movie do you want to do an NC on for Nostalgiaween 2026? Silver Bullet or The Dark Tower?"
Uh, I haven't seen either, so I should probably check that out.
Ramirez says, "With 5 releasing this weekend, who's your favorite character in Toy Story?"
God, that's a good question. Buzz is pretty great. No, Sid. I love Sid. He's so great.
17 Matt, thank you for the $5 super chat. I know you've probably said it already, but RIP DeVay Chase.
Yeah.
Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind or forgotten.
Yeah. No, that was a real bummer to hear about. That was very, very sad.
Doug Dahams, thank you for the $5 super chat. Hey Doug, big fan. So how do you feel on Attack on Titans, and the new Wile E. Coyote movie coming out? Also have a YouTube channel of my own, hit the icon.
The Kylie versus Acme sounds really, really cool. I'm excited for that. I've never seen all of well, I've never seen a full episode of Attack on Titan. But I've seen the intro. It looks awesome. I see what the giants look like. They look awesome. So one of these days I should check it out.
Power Gamer says, "So I got to meet Tom Ruger and Sherry Stoner at MomoCon a few weeks ago, and y'all, they are some of the sweetest people I've ever met. Even got them to sign my complete series Animaniacs DVD."
Oh, so cool. Yeah. I've talked to them a couple times, well, several times. But never met them in person. He did come to a Chicago convention and we were going to meet up, but something had both I couldn't make it and he couldn't make it. Something came up. So, yeah, it would be nice to see them in person one day.
SJ asks, "Would you do a Tales from the Crypt Nostalgiaween intro?"
Yeah, we talked about that as a possibility. Yeah, work with something like that. So maybe.
Wingweaver asks, "Time to do an NC on Dark Crystal, Dog?"
Maybe you're not gonna like what I say. I find it very boring. It's so ambitious. It looks amazing, and I love the idea behind it, but it is so boring. I'm sorry, I can't get into it.
Um, Tramer, sorry, I was trying to figure out how to read the username, says, "Hey Doug, did you ever do a review of Wander Over Yonder? Because that's my favorite show of all time."
No, I think I have it on like the Disney December list at some point because I've gotten requests for it before.
Master Mario asks, "What movie or TV show do you think has the most unique version of heaven? I think The Lovely Bones and Soul does."
Uh, boy, I don't know. I'd have to really think about that. I can think of ones that are very pretty, like What Dreams May Come. I always, you know, I don't think the show is good, but I love their version of the afterlife, which is what's it called? Upload, I think is what it's called. Um, where it's heaven, but it's kind of like a resort. And there's all these people behind the scenes that work on getting you what you want and everything. And again, the story and the characters aren't that great, but like the world and the world building in it is really, really good. Let me see if that's what it's called. Wait,
Upload? Yeah,
that's
that's a it's a s-
it
it's
is
a
upload.
show.
Okay,
I've seen it
yeah,
before. Mhm.
yeah. That version's pretty fun.
Doug, thank you for the $5 super chat, and this will have to be our last one here. The reason I say Attack on Titan because you narrated a funny parody of Attack on Titan years ago.
Yeah, and I did that having seen almost nothing of Attack on Titan. So again, that's part of the fun of doing parodies is that you can either check out the source material or sometimes they think it's funnier if you don't because you
Yeah.
just give like a completely unique delivery on it.
Yeah, great. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. As we've already mentioned here, there is no stream on Friday. Again, sorry, we know it's just the summer. There's so much going
Yeah,
on.
there is.
Yeah, so no stream on Friday. I believe Malcolm is streaming tomorrow still on Twitch. And also on Twitch next week because I heard saw some people asking about this.
Oh, that's right.
Next week is when we are doing our Tim Burton tier list over on Twitch on Tuesday night, 6 to 8 p.m. So if you want to come join us in chat for that, we'll be ranking some Tim Burton films. Great. Awesome. So yeah, thanks everyone. Have a wonderful evening, and we will see y'all later. Bye!
Bye.